What's good people?
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to another episode of the Adult Deck Podcast, the place where you come learn how to stack your cards against the game of life.
Yeah.
As usual, as always.
We're not there yet. We're going to get there. One day, y'all just going to be surprised that we have animations.
Animation and graphics. As always, I'm your host, Ronnie Scott, and I'm joined by my husband and co-host, Mr. Peter Scott.
What's up, y'all?
And today we are going to talk about the Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma, and as well as leave you all with a couple of tips on how to kind of unplug and step back from social media a little bit.
Yeah, tips we got from them, tips we already knew that they kind of reiterated.
Definitely.
And but
Things
they gave
we
us a
didn't
more
know.
concise picture of why we should actually do it.
Yes. Yes, social media is definitely a double-edged sword. It has definitely done a lot of good in the world.
Yeah.
But I think especially as of lately, it has not been so great. But social media does a great thing by like connecting you to different people, especially in this day and age. You know,
It brings us to you guys.
It brings us to you guys. It brings us to different vendors and things like that. Like this shirt I got from somebody off of social media.
Same for this one.
Same for that one.
Yeah. Same for this piece of art that we're gonna show off.
Yes.
That we wanted to quote unquote unbox on camera for you guys. This is the first time we're seeing it. This is the first time you all are seeing it. But we also, well, at least for me, I kind of went on a black entrepreneur purchase binge shopping spree.
A black business shopping spree.
There you go, black business shopping spree. And I bought a few different things.
Yeah.
So probably over the next few podcasts, we'll be showing those off to you guys too at the beginning. But yeah.
Yes. Oh, anything that we highlight, the description, the link to the artist's website or social media will be in the description.
Yep.
So that you all can partake and support.
Open this thing. I'll be back, yeah.
Let me see.
My nails ain't as strong as hers.
I don't have no acrylics on. Nope. You got it.
I'll be back.
So while we're waiting for Peter to get back, as always, please make sure to like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe to our YouTube page, and ask a friend to subscribe to our YouTube page. I feel like we're bringing out pretty good content, and I hope that you all are enjoying what we're putting out. And the only way we'll know that is if you like, comment, if you like our videos. That way we'll have like a guidepost as to what you guys like, what you guys don't like, and things like that.
Right, you're our community, and we want to hear from you guys. Okay. So, yeah, help me out here. Unravel it.
Oh,
Right.
oh,
Right.
this is so nice.
So yeah, this is definitely about to be going up on our wall.
Yes.
Shoot, what's the package?
The right art.
There you go. It's from The Right Art. So
And that's
black artist. It has a bunch of different products on his site, but we saw this one and we like this one the most.
For so many reasons.
Many reasons.
For one, Childish Gambino is like one of our favorite artists.
Facts.
For two, the This Is America like video movement, everything was just like
surrounding that like opened up a lot of people's eyes. Like it started a big conversation. But yeah,
and it's just a dope piece. Like I feel like
The Right Artist on all of the social medias.
Yes, and it's cool. It's a canvas. It's quality canvas.
Canvas art, yes.
Get it framed and put it up.
Facts.
Yeah, I like it.
I love it
so much. So yes, please check out The Right Artist. That's at the THE_WRIGHT_artist. artist.
So yeah, there you go, guys. That was nice.
It was.
I was excited for that. That came here yesterday, and I wanted to make sure I
won't be able to hear with that crinkling.
Yes, you will. They have good ears. They can turn up the volume. Gosh. But yeah, we wanted to unbox that on the air. I wanted to show you guys.
Look, if it's one thing about me, I'm a supporter of black business.
Big facts.
So
big facts.
So let's get into it.
All right, the social dilemma.
The social dilemma. So the social dilemma is a documentary / reenactment.
Yes.
On and by Netflix.
Right.
And it goes in. So it's a bunch of CEOs, former CEOs, executives from the top social media companies, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook and Instagram are kind of the same, but like Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, like literally Reddit, all of them.
The socials. And
they kind of talk about the issues and the conviction they had to kind of let everything go because they saw what tremendous harm it was doing.
Yeah, so a lot of the people that spoke during the documentary were ex-CEOs and they were the decision makers. They were the ones that had put these platforms in the direction they're going now. And they all started out, all IT engineers, social engineers. They all started out with the best intentions in mind.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
But you created this beast that runs on algorithms and data it collects and AI that just basically took on a life of its own. And the more they built on it, the more issues they saw, to the point where they had to leave those companies, go somewhere else, try to redirect things.
Because they kind of saw like the negative path that it was on and was like, look, guys, like we have the power to stop this. We have the power to change this. But they didn't do so. So which is why now all the CEOs are coming out and saying, the CEOs are coming out and just like talking about, things that they do in their own personal lives, the dangers that they saw, where social media could be going. And I guess just how easy it is to manipulate people with social media.
Yeah. And how what social media has turned into from connecting people is making people a product to bigger companies to sell ad space, to sell products, and so forth.
Yes. So I think one of the main things that I found really interesting in the documentary was that they brought up how your brain actually works. So like technology has tremendously increased in productivity, value, just everything. It's constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. And it's done so at an exponential rate. It just like they showed the graph and it was literally like a straight line up as to like how much memory has gone into and been created for computers. And
how it just took off. Like it started at your low end, your floppy disk, your megabytes, and then you got into your gigabytes, and terabytes. Around the time social media and more data was being provided, it just shot up into your terabytes, your petabytes, and all of that. I'm an IT nerd, so I know these terms. And excuse me, gum in my mouth, y'all.
You one of these, better. I'm gonna have to be like the old church lady and just spit it out right in my hand.
So being on the IT side of things and seeing how these things were made and actually watching the documentary, it opened my eyes to a lot and how things have changed. And technology has taken off and people see that as a good thing. But the reasons behind why some of that has taken off might not be the best of reasons. No.
So it was the dilemma of, we started this with the intention to connect people, to make these good, happy feelings, like the like button or the concept of liking something.
They spoke on that in the documentary. They created this for people to connect, to show their appreciation for other people's posts, to say they liked the picture. And yet that turned into, if you have the most likes, you're the most popular, or for even younger kids,
it's value.
It's value.
It's
you find
self-value.
value in those likes instead of finding a connection to your community in those likes.
So, yes. So they were talking about how, although technology has advanced exponentially, the human brain is not
evolved
enough to welcome the opinions of a billion people. Like the internet is vast. We were never meant to.
Right. We were never, the human mind, the human psyche, the human body were never meant to find appreciation from millions of other people that you don't know. So that's kind of the dilemma. The social platforms are evolving in this form, yet the human mind and body and personalities are not keeping up with it. They show a result of that once social media really took off in like 2011, 2010, the corresponding suicide rate of younger kids shot up right along with it. Like they put the charts side by side and you can see the correlation with it. It was
and that kind of like it hit me because I realized like around that time is when I truly honestly started to struggle with depression the most.
Right.
It was when I was like just graduating high school, moving into like my first 2 years of college, like, and it's weird because it's like you can say, well, it's social media, you control how much access you have to it. However, the social dilemma taught us that that's not really the case. You don't really have as much control as you thought.
No.
That's the whole reason we have
push
notifications.
Think about how many memes are out now about somebody talking about a certain product in a totally different area situation, and by the time they get back home to their area, not only do they see ads on social media, they get emails in their emails, they see it broadcast on Amazon when they're shopping. Even
when you're streaming something, you see a commercial for it.
Yep, YouTube, if you still have ads on YouTube, then you see those because all of that is one big connection, especially when it comes to Google. Your Gmail's connected to your YouTube, to your
Facebook,
contacts, all of that. Even
Instagram.
If you use solely Apple products, all of that's connected. Siri, hey Google, all of that is always listening.
So it's like, it started out, of course, like I keep saying, it started out with good intentions. However, somewhere along the way, once advertisers realized that this is the most direct way to get consumers, and
those companies realize they can make more money off of selling their the people using their platform.
Yes. So the companies realized that they could make money selling their users influence, I guess. It's not necessarily your data. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, Facebook's selling my data. They're selling my name and my phone number and my email address.
They're selling your attention.
They're not, right. They're not selling that information. They're selling your attention. They're selling you products that you're most likely going to buy. And then where the big money comes in is that the bigger companies, the bigger advertising companies have more money to funnel in prediction ads. So they're like, oh, if you liked that thing, then maybe you'll like this one. Let's put an ad for this out there.
One of the reenactments showed that it was a son and a family. He saw one video of basically an extremist talking about what was going on in the reenactment, and because of that, from that point, the algorithm decided to, all right, he's watching this video. Instead of letting him go away, let's show another recommended video. He clicked on the recommendation, and that just started down the whole. Y'all have been on it, a YouTube rabbit hole.
YouTube rabbit holes. That's how. It was an NBA player who became one of the flat
earthers because he went down a YouTube rabbit hole, and he had a whole. Basically a TED talk about it. He was interviewed about it, and he was like, now he doesn't believe that the science backs that. Videos are out there, the truth is out there, but because one night he just saw one video, clicked on the next recommendation, and clicked on the next recommendation, which will all curtail back to that original flat earther video.
Right. And then
he decided to make his view public.
Yes.
And became a flat earther.
And then it's just like, and that speaks to how, you know, there are so many people out here who have just one view of things,
yes.
especially with politics. That's why everything is so completely divided. Is because like
right.
people on one side are like, you know, oh, I believe this, why don't the other people see this? And then the people on the other side are like, I believe this, how can you not see this? It's plain as day, it's dumb. But that's because companies are paying advertising, and paying not just advertising, they're paying for users. If they see one person click on a video on YouTube about a conspiracy theory, then next thing you know, there's going to be an ad on Facebook to join a conspiracy group.
Yeah, even then, go ahead, finish that.
They're going to be ads on Facebook about conspiracy groups. And big companies will go and say, hey, Facebook, do you have 20 people who are into conspiracies? Like, push my ads to them, and I'll pay you such amounts for each view of this ad.
Facebook algorithm will even go as far as showing you Facebook groups that support your same line of thinking. I was going to touch on the whole what you see versus what somebody else see. One of the people we watch, a comedian, Kevin on Stage, talked about how on his during the vice presidential debate, on his timeline, everybody was talking about Mike Pence and Fly Sean that was chilling with him, and he was talking to another lady, and she's more on the right and more of on a conservative. And all she saw were people supporting Pence, talking about how good he was, how, all his topic points,
and well spoken,
right?
Yeah.
But Kev was like, he never saw that on his timeline. She was like, she never saw what you were talking about on her timeline. So it's crazy that although this is the World Wide Web, it's curtailed to your point of view, and to sell you things that will keep you in that line.
Yep, absolutely. So that's kind of why, you know, and after looking at this, now because of my mental health, I've always kind of been aware as to when social media becomes too much for me. And then I'll like delete all the apps from my phone, like take a month break, and then like come back to it. And then I kind of felt like a revolving door kind of, where it's just like, you know, I get fed up and then delete everything and get off, and then be like, okay, I think I'm good now, and then get back on, and then immediately get back fed again. So watching this has definitely showed me healthier, prolonged ways of interacting with social media, instead of just being like cut and dry.
So getting into I guess the tips. All right, go for it. I was just trying to direct it. So getting into the tips, the first tip that I found extremely interesting, and they talked about it on The Social Dilemma, was to not bring your phone in your bedroom. Remove your phone chargers from your bedroom and have your phone charging somewhere else at night. Yeah. We've done this for like a week? Probably a week now. And definitely have slept better.
Oh my gosh, so much better. Like, we at first on Saturdays, we would get up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, on the phone. Just because we saw our phones in there saying that it was 8 o'clock. But like now, the last 2 weekends, we slept in until like 10.
Yeah, especially on the and that's my thing. I usually keep my phone in bedroom for alarms. Before that, it's because of my previous jobs. I had night calls I had to be available 24/7. So I had to keep my phone next to my bed to hear if it rings, to get up and answer, go get on a support call. But at my new job, I ain't got to do that. And also, we have a Google Home, so I can set an alarm there. It is not something that's constantly on. It's literally a little speaker. You can't do nothing else with it. So I keep that in the bedroom. If I need to listen to a podcast, I can talk to it. If I need to set an alarm, I do that. You can set routines on it. But this is an advertisement for a Google Home. I say that all to say I don't need my phone in my room anymore. So I leave it outside. On weekends, I can sleep in now.
On weekends, we sleep in.
During the week, I set my alarm on my Google Home so I can get up by 7 to get online by 8. It's just better, I guess, quality of life
yes
will come from this, and sanity of mind. Another thing that they spoke on was turning off your notifications.
This is the one, y'all.
I was a big I guess one of the reasons I usually get on social media is because of my notifications. Like, even now, another tip they give, but we'll get into it later, is setting a timer on your apps. Or if not, deleting the app altogether. But because of our podcasts and things that we're doing, we can't technically delete our social media, or we won't be able to reach people. But turning off your notifications, that's one of the big things for me, because for me, the reason I get on, because somebody liked something, somebody commented on something, somebody did this, that, or the other.
So the notifications part of the documentary was like, wait a minute. Like, the fact that these algorithms and companies have specifically curated the way notifications work.
How to get your attention.
So like, for one, two big things that I caught on to. One, they were saying when you're tagged in a photo, the notification never shows you the photo you're tagged in.
Right, because they want you to click on that.
Because they want you to click on the notification that takes you to the app. And once you're in the app, you're going to see that picture. Oh, okay. And then go back and end up on your timeline and start
see the rest of the pictures they posted that day, or they commented. You're going to be on those comments for a while, especially if a lot of people commented.
So they purposely don't show you the picture in the notification to get you to go to the website.
Since turning off my notifications, one of the things I noticed that recently happened is Instagram has changed their notifications where they will tell you if somebody hasn't posted in a while, and if they posted right. Because of what I've noticed recently, whenever I turn my phone off or do not disturb and I'm just looking through my notifications to get rid of them, I see a lot now that says so-and-so has posted for the first time in a few days. So-and-so has posted for the first time in a week.
Or and it's just like added to their story for the first time.
Right. And it's like, what? Why do I care, really?
Because they want you to go look at it.
But yes, it's curated, so you will click on the notification. They don't show you what they posted after a week, but they'll tell you, click here, and you'll go and see it. And that's how you get back into the rabbit hole of getting on Instagram, seeing who else posted, and all of that. And it's like...
And then you see an ad and you be like, oh, I needed some paprika. Let me go order this from Amazon.
It's a little extreme, but one of the reenactments they showed was the son again was at school sitting with his friend. And they were having a whole conversation, like physically talking face to face. And then because the algorithm noticed, hey, you haven't been in the app for a while, and they noticed somebody else who you used to know is in the area or is on the app in the area, they was like, hey, so-and-so has gotten online in a while. They commented or posted a picture about you and tagged you in the picture. And lo and behold, in the middle of the conversation, he looking at his phone,
grabbed the notification.
And now he's on his phone. The other guy stops talking. Now he's on his phone.
And then the conversation ceases right there. And another thing.
Just that easy. And another thing is that, like, so the kid, him and his sister was like, we'll have a bet. If you cannot stay off your phone for a week, if you cannot stay off your phone for a week, I'll buy you a new screen, because he dropped his mother said that. But it was before, sorry, I'll let you finish. But before that, it was the family. It was like an hour. Let's lock our phones up and have family dinner.
Oh, mom put the phone in like all the phones in like a timed box that wouldn't open for an hour. And then the preteen, the younger sister, who is like definitely, again, her mind is all jumbled because
once she was born in this age. She knows.
She's definitely a Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z. So she was the one who was really fiending. And it truly, honestly, is an addiction. Like, the way the serotonin releases in your brain when you're on social media.
It's like a drug.
It's like a drug. They curated the pull down refresh because it mimics a slot machine. Yeah. And people get addicted to
what am I going to get next? Who's posted next? Yeah.
So, sorry, back to the kid. I got distracted a little bit. So when he was saying, he was like, I'm not going to use my phone for a week. the way they depict it was like three little men who are like controlling his phone behind the scenes and what he sees. And the three guys are like, hey, it's been, a whole 72 hours. He hasn't picked up his phone.
He hasn't picked up the phone.
Hasn't been on social media. What's up with this? So then the company and the algorithm noticed that he used to like this one girl's photos like constantly for a month, and then all of a sudden it stopped. So they're like, what's up with that? So they sent a notification about her photos that he hasn't seen in months, his ex, that he hasn't talked to in months. And then as soon as he saw the notification about his ex, he opened it and was back in there.
But it's a little crazier then, because like she said, it was a bet to see if he could stay off his phone for a week. Yeah. So yeah, he was he was trying to stay off his phone for a week. So leaving the kitchen on his way upstairs, he just heard the ping, the notification sound, and was like,
nobody's around. Mom's
nobody's
not gonna
here.
know I checked
It's
my
night.
phone.
Everybody's in their room. Let me go see at least what the notification is real quick. And like she said, the notification was about his ex.
Yep.
And he had to see what's going on. She posted a new picture. What's the picture? Picture is about her dating somebody else. So
down the rabbit hole.
Who's he dating? How long has she been dating?
Go to his page. What is he like?
Literally fell asleep that night. Didn't
with
take
his
clothes,
phone in his hand.
Woke up late.
Yep.
All of that.
Struggling. So yes, turn off all your notifications. I promise you, everything you see will still be there when you get back.
Set a time if you want to go on your app. You don't need to be notified if you feel like. Third
okay. Tip.
Go for it.
But notifications. Turn off your notifications. Essentially, phones started out being a tool, and it's not that anymore. It's a cash grab essentially, because, and the way they explained it in the documentary is that a tool isn't begging for your attention. A screwdriver isn't saying, hey, pick me up, sending you notifications. It's just sitting there ready for you to use whenever you're ready. Your phone is not that. They're sending you notifications so that you'll constantly come see, constantly spend time. Like, it's a way to keep you addicted to the social media, and then selling ads and being advertised to. It's just, it opens you up to all of that,
right? And
at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. They want to get you on your screen so that they can post the advertisement for you to see it and then be influenced to buy it. So the third thing that Peter was getting into is about setting a timer on your apps.
Right.
And even if you think setting a timer is too extreme, just go into your settings and look at how much time you're spending on social media apps. I feel like a lot of times, and me definitely, essentially at the beginning of this, I was just like, I'm only spending like an hour tops, maybe a day. I actually looked at the settings in my phone, and it was more like 4 or 5 hours a day on social media.
And it's crazy because, like, in the documentary, they interview like one of their kids, like one of the social media CEO's kids, ex-CEO's kids, and they were like, yeah, we know, we understand, our dad told us, and we get it. And they didn't think they were affected by it because they had the information. But even if you have the information, you can fall into the trap, because the sister bet her brother look at on average how much time you're spending, and on average daily he was spending 2 hours, she was spending 3 hours on Facebook. And they were shocked. They was like, we thought we were better than that.
Like, and it's honestly, like, how many times do you go on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter even and be like, all right, I'm gonna just scroll a little bit because I got 5 minutes,
you see,
and
one
then you
thing,
look up, it's been like 45 minutes,
another
and you
thing,
just been sitting there,
and you missed How I Met Your Mother or How to Get Away with Murder.
It's just noise in the background now,
right?
Like, so definitely monitor your usage. Like, look at how much you're using Facebook, and then what's helped me tremendously is setting a timer. Like, my phone, and it honestly pisses me off sometimes because I'll be in the middle of like seeing something like that I enjoy, and then my phone will be like, your Twitter timer ran out for the day, and close the app, and then it grays out and you can't click back on it. Back up. Like, so it basically
locks you out of the app, forces you to
stop, you to stick to your time limit.
And like, I might have to curate mine, because first I set mine for 2 hours, then I knocked it down for an hour, and I'm still not touching it, getting to the max. So I might have to knock mine down even more. But at least for me, I thought I knew, but I got into the trap of the notifications. So that's what shot my average time up, is because I keep reacting to notifications after notification after notification. I wouldn't go in an app and stay there forever. One of the things I like about Instagram, and one of the reasons I like not following a lot of people, is because they stop you. They was like, all right, that's all the new posts, and it's only 4 new posts, and they go and give you random people, and I'm like, I don't care about these random people. I inherently don't care about people I don't know. It's kind of good and bad that way, but that's just me. So I'm not gonna look at posts from people I don't follow, but I get trapped in the notifications. So yeah, I had to put my joint on do not disturb, put my family on my whitelist, so I get their text messages and calls. But other than that, my phone is silent. Most of the day.
The only notifications that I have turned on are like text messages, Facebook Messenger, because I'm in a group chat with a couple of people, and I think that's it. Like, I don't even have email notifications on, because again, Facebook will send you an email.
That's
and be
my
like,
other thing. Emails. I stay in my emails. I don't like that. I might have to just turn off that number dot, because most phones now, all phones nowadays have that notification dot. Not only do you have it in your pull down, but now it's on the app itself. But like, hey, you got X amount of something here, so you might want to open me and check it out.
So,
and I hate seeing that.
So again, like, definitely take these tips and apply them to your life, how you see fit, how they benefit you the most. For us, it's keeping our phone out the bedroom at night. And we've also just like been talking more. Like, that's like, it's weird, because it's like, I don't often, I'm not going to say I never, but I don't often feel disconnected. But like, now that we don't have social media and our phones in our hands all the time, it's just like, oh, okay, like, we're talking more, like, actually verbally talking more.
We're ingesting more content we're watching instead of just having background noise.
That was going to be the bonus tip. You read my mind. So that was my bonus tip, to, when you're watching something, put your phone down, like, across the room even, because it was like you said, it was to the point where we'd be watching a show, something that we've never seen before.
We've never seen,
but we're on our phones the whole time, not really absorbing what's going on.
The next episode, I was like, how do we get here? Maybe if you watched the show, you would know. So that's my thing, especially now. I mean, I'm a little financially better in my life nowadays, but I still feel like I wasted money if I'm not ingesting it. Like, if I'm not remembering what happened. Like, why am I paying for Netflix if I'm not watching the shows and it's just background noise?
Yes. So yes, tip 1, don't bring your phone in the bedroom at night. Keep your charger outside your bedroom. Tip 2.
Go ahead.
Tip 2 was to monitor your usage. Physically look at how much you're using your social media apps, and then create a timer. Tip 3 was turn off your notifications, all of them, if that pertains to you. But definitely the big ones, if you want to cut back on social media, turn off your notifications. And for bonus tip, just don't have your phone in the room with you when you're watching TV.
I guess I got 2 more bonus tips I'll touch on quickly. For all my YouTube watchers out there, which is probably where you're watching this and the rest of our gameplay, little plug, don't fall for your recommendations.
Yes, that was another thing. Do not click on recommendations.
We mentioned it a little earlier, how the NBA player became a flat earther because of YouTube recommendations from one video. Follow who you want to watch. Subscribe to the channels you want to watch, Scott ENT, and just watch your subscriptions, or just add them to a watch later, see what I do, at least for me, why I don't fall into the recommendation trap on YouTube is because I only watch people I subscribe to, and I don't even watch all of those. I add what I really want to watch to my watch later, and so that when I'm sitting down on YouTube, I don't have to click on the next video. It'll just play through the playlist. If there are podcasts that I want to support and I want to watch, then I put that in my podcast playlist. So once I'm done with my watch later, I'll go on to my podcast and it just plays through the list. So don't fall into the trap of recommendations because one, it might not even be something you believe in, but it will give you, but even if you just want to gather some information, the next recommended video will be about that same topic and that same point of view. And then the next one and the next one. And sooner or later, you'll become a flat earther.
Yep. Because nobody's presenting this stuff as false. Like, it's
they're
100% real, like 100% true to them.
And they're also not presenting both sides.
Yes.
They're presenting
that's the most important part.
That curated view for their video for the people they want to reach. I mean, we do it too. It's our platform. We want to reach younger kids so they can.
Not necessarily young. Well,
we want to help people navigate through life better than we did. We want to give them a leg forward.
Yeah.
So we want to reach people that might not know the things we have figured out. So, so we have to curate our stuff to a certain group of people.
Yeah, young adult.
And a lot of other people do it too. I mean, that's how you get a platform. That's how you get followers. You have to curate to what they want.
To your audience.
But if it's something you don't believe in, then it might work against you, change your mind, change your views. That's one of the things that happened in the reenactment. The dude didn't necessarily believe that his rights were taken away, but he went from one Breitbart to another recommended to another recommended, and sooner or later he found himself at a protest.
And then it wasn't even like it was deeper than that too. It was like, okay, the algorithm saw that
I mean,
he
the
was
AI. If you
I mean, realistically, they saw that he was watching certain videos on YouTube, and then he started to get invites to the groups on Facebook and then he started getting ads for guns and ads for this political party, and it just like slowly snowballed into that being the only thing he saw anytime he was on social media, and that became his belief system.
And now he thought people are taking his rights for some reason or another, and like I said, he ended up at a protest rally where he didn't necessarily believe in what he's going on, but the last few days, this is all the information he was consuming, and that's all he saw about the world.
So don't click on recommended videos.
Are dangerous,
very dangerous.
There was another one I wanted to touch on real quick. Avoid clickbait and fact check.
Yes, definitely. Facebook.
A lot of the reason I don't click on ads or articles anymore is because of that fact check. I'm not going to go the extra mile to fact check. If it's not in that information dot right there that says this article is fake or not, then it's like, I'm not clicking on it anyway. So let's keep going and get off this app. So fact check. Most of the times you're not even going to want to fact check, and you're not going to click on it. So that'll deter you.
Even also, what I've had to do, I had to start, like, instead of just looking at articles with the title, I would also, like, actually click on the article and see what date it was published. Because a lot of times stuff goes around that was published constantly 2 or 3 years ago, but it's coming up on your feed today because it's being reiterated. So, yeah.
That's about it for us. That's about it. Social Dilemma on Netflix. Watch it. You know, it's did the job better than we ever could.
Yes.
So,
and also we're giving our opinions.
Right.
We would rather you see it from the source so that you get all of the information and you can form your own opinions from it. Watch it from the source.
And we just wanted to give the results of some of the things we tried and how it helped better us. And if you're dealing with some of the issues we dealt with, it might be better for you.
Yes.
So
I've literally just been walking around like, could I always have just been this like happy and carefree? Like I just feel so much better about life in general. And I know that sounds like, I don't know, whatever.
But it's not just because of this. It's because of a lot of other self-care that you've been doing as well.
Definitely.
So self-care is big for us this year, I guess.
We've had no choice. We're with ourselves in the house.
It's all about trying to make each other and everybody else we can reach better.
Yes. So thank you for joining us for this episode of the Adult Deck Podcast. Please take this social media card, put it in your pocket, know when to play it, know when to hold it, know when to let it roll.
Stay tuned for the vlogs that are coming out now.
Yes. By the time you watch this, our first vlog should be up. Please go check it out. Go see what we've been up to lately.
Yeah. We've also got gameplays now. So
yes.
Ron is going through her role-playing games that she like. Life is Strange being one of them.
Whew.
It's a doozy.
Yeah.
I just finished Avengers and I'm starting Hitman now. So that's another role-playing game, kind of, sort of. So, first time I played this game on live, y'all, it was
hilarious.
I've gotten better. Videos are shorter.
So much better. All right, it's been real, y'all.
You took my line. That's what I said.
It's
been real, y'all. Hey everybody, co-host Peter here. Just wanted to stop by and let you all know that if you like this video, you can check out the weekly check-ins and look out for our vlogs, which are coming soon. Also, here at the Adult Deck playlist, check out last week's episode and the full run of Season 1. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified. Be easy.